And we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How your mama doing? How your cousin doing? If they're a Cowboy fan, I want to know how they doing. Let's do it. Let's go. Hey, y'all, what's up, man? It's Hump Day. Hump Day. Hump Day. You already know what it is. Hump Day. It's your boy West Coast. We live in the building, man. We had to bring you guys your Cowboy content for the day, man. Or at least for the moment. Man, I went live 3 times yesterday, man. Your boy was killing it yesterday, man. We was killing it yesterday, bruh. Hey, shout out to, is Micah Sherrill in here? Shout out to Micah Sherrill being the top star giver from yesterday, going home with the Dallas Cowboy CeeDee Lamb jersey. Appreciate you. Already sent me your address and stuff, so I don't need it. But I'm going to say it just so that I can get used to saying it. Make sure when you guys win that you guys hit that you guys send me your address and things like that so I can ship it out to you. But, yo, he already sent it to me, so we're good. But shout out to Mike. 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 Shout out to my boy Mike. Appreciate you, my boy. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, I'm trying to get Instagram up right now. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that share button and make sure you guys also hit that star button. Let's go. Let's get into the show. I got an hour and a half of content. We're going to talk to you guys. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. We got to talk about a little bit of Micah Parsons signing on to do the Undisputed show. We're going to talk about that for a little bit. And why so many people are upset. Why y'all all mad, man? Why can't Micah get his money, man? Micah can't get his money, man. Why Micah can't get his money, man? You know what I'm saying? Y'all hating, man. What y'all hating for? You know what I'm saying? Stop hating. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, we're going to talk about that for a little bit. And then we also going to talk about Mike McCarthy's interview from yesterday after the Cowboys left practice. He had a very, very interesting interview. I kind of went over it. I listened to it and kind of went over it. I want to go in and kind of talk about it a little bit more, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Hey, man, I got my sound effects back because I got my laptop back. I had to confiscate it from my kids, and it is working correctly. So I'm going to give you guys some glory hole. Appreciate you, Miss Angela, and shout out to you, Tony, for being the first star giver of the day, too. You a real one. So let me get this Cowboy. So let's go, man. You guys already know what it is. Whenever you guys come into the live feed, you know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hit that share button. Let me get up on IG. Hold up. I just taking forever to load that damn video, though. That's the problem. IG taking forever. So, yo, while I get up on IG, you guys make sure that you guys hit that share button. Share the content, please. Micah. What's the show called? Micah Parsons joins SKF Skip Bayless. Everybody tripping. They tripping too, man. Come on, bro. They is tripping. Let Micah get his money, man. I'm gonna tell y'all why I do and don't have a problem. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't have no problem with it. I really don't have no problem with it. But I'll tell you guys, I will explain just kind of how Micah has to view this. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna stop a man from getting his bag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always gonna encourage folks to go get their bag. But it's just the way how you got to do it and the way you got to do it. You feel me? So we're gonna talk about that this morning. So let's go. So, yo, man, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's 2 things you guys must do. First thing you guys must do is you must hit that share button, okay? So I need everybody right now to hit that share button. Right now, I need everybody to hit that share button. Appreciate you, my boy Bob. Bob said he shared like a mug. Let me go check. Ooh, Bob may not be capping. He not capping, y'all. He did share like a mug, like an MFer to exact. It literally says Bob Heck shared like a MFer. But, yo, what's up, Craig? What's up, Trina? What up, boy? What's up with you, Raymond Shaw? Auntie Mary, what's up with you? Little baby in the house. What up, boy? I see you, man. Who else we got up in here? Diggy, doom. Who else we got up in here? We got Miss Mary. What's up with you, Tony P? Hit that star button. Appreciate you. Jerry T. What up, JT? I appreciate you, my boy. Bob Helk in the building. Appreciate you, my boy. Bob Heck, I see you. I see Angela. Auntie Angela, appreciate you, man. Been holding it down. She been a supporter. If you guys want to become a supporter, it's only $4.99. It give you a bunch of great perks and benefits. As soon as I get activated on YouTube, I'll put it on YouTube. But right now, you can become a supporter. It's $4.99. You get discounts on the jerseys that I sell. You get discounts on all my events that I go through. Anything that I am involved in, you get discounts on it. So make sure you guys tap in. It's only for $4.99. You feel me? So, yo, let's go through this. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things that you guys need to do. Two things that you need to do. Two things that you have to do. Can I get a witness?
Do I have a witness here?
All right, let's go. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. You feel me? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. We promote good health around here. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Did you know that when you share West Coast's content, you actually burn 500 calories? 1 calorie for every Super Bowl that the Dallas Cowboys have won. So imagine if you share 15 times. Imagine the calories that you was sharing, that you was burning right now. Let's go, man. You feel me? Next thing I need you to do is I need you guys to hit that star button. Why? Because listen, what we do, stars and super chats, all it does is it allows West Coast and creators like myself to create more content, man, and it allows us to put it out at a good consistency. You feel me? So if you want to be a part of supporting that and making sure that continues to grow, make sure you guys hit that star button, and then make sure you guys hit that share button. And as always, you guys know I will be giving away something for the top star giver. You feel me? So, yo, let's go through this real quick. As I say your name, make sure you guys hit that share button, and then also make sure you guys hit that star button. Let's go. Let's see how many shares we got. We had 139 shares. Let's get to 200 shares. We got to get to 200 shares. Guys, to get to 200 shares. And on YouTube, yo, hit that like button like Lil Baby said. Don't make Lil Baby get on your head. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. If you're on YouTube and you know you ain't hit that like button, hit the like button. Appreciate you, Thomas Smith with the stars. Appreciate you, my boy Joe Trantrina. Hit that star button. Hit that share button, my boy. Letty Hernandez. Hit that star button. Appreciate you, Auntie. Alfredo, what's up, my boy? Garrett, what's up, Garrett? Miss Shonda Edwards, what's up with you? She said she shared. Appreciate you. Chris Palmer, hey, you guys, we got a star party just activated. As long as we can hit 5,000 stars, they're going to double my stars in these next couple minutes. We're at 600 stars. We're literally 4,400 away. Let's see if we can hit this star party. Craig, make sure you hit that star button, my boy. Carla, appreciate you. Greg, great. What's up, Grady? What's up, my boy Grady? Hit that share button, hit that star button. Hey, shout out to everybody that's on TikTok. Never to stop. What's up, V? Appreciate you, my boy. And who's that? User 660 some ended in 570. Appreciate you, my boy, for watching. V is a Pack fan, but he's still gonna be respectful. Bobby, what's up with you? Appreciate you. Says go Cowboys. On IG, who we got? We got Montclair Macho. We got H-Do Hoops. What's up, my boy? Trantrina, man, what's up? I see you. Trantrina's watching on YouTube and Facebook. You a cold piece. Lil Baby, what's up with you? JJ the Meme, what's up with you, my boy JJ? Cowboys fan 1112, what's up with you, my boy? And NFZs, what's up with your NFZs? Always in the building, banging and sad. What's up with your boy? I see you, man. So, yo, let's go ahead and get into the content, man. I'm going to trust that you guys are going to keep hitting that share button. I'm going to trust that you guys are going to keep hitting that share button and that you guys are going to hit that star button. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the content, right? Listen. Micah Parsons announced and Undisputed announced this morning that Micah Parsons will be a regular guest on the Undisputed show starting on Tuesdays in the season. Now, a lot of you guys are totally losing your SHIT over this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys are saying Micah Parsons don't need to be doing this, he don't need to be doing that, and he don't need to be doing this, and he don't need to be doing that. All I'm going to say is this. Where was that energy at when Kelvin Joseph was out here dropping mixtapes and when Cole Beasley was dropping mixtapes and doing album release parties? Where was all that energy at? It's crazy to me because I seen the same exact reporters, and I'm going to tell you, Mike Fisher, Jeff Kavanaugh, I don't care, you know what I mean, what it is. Them same exact dudes was making videos about let Kelvin Joseph rap. Just let him rap. It's boss man fat, calling us all this other stuff. And they had no problem with him rapping, but now Micah Parsons wants to pursue other avenues and things like that, and now it's a problem. I think that's a huge contradiction. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now, man. These guys are not 12. You know what I'm saying? These are not your little kids. These are not little kids who need to, who we need to tell them they only can focus on one thing. Listen, if you're able to go to work, get off, and and go do hair, and your hair business don't affect what you do at your actual job, then what is the problem with these guys doing the same thing? I think that as fans, we need to simmer down our expectations of these players. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Do you guys honestly think that a show on Tuesday is going to stop this kid from being great? Like, there's a camera in his face every day at practice. Every day at practice. They do post-practice interviews. They do post-games interviews. Man, they do all those types of things. Us as Cowboys, like, man, we got to get past this. When you play, this is one of the luxuries of being a Dallas Cowboy. Why would you not use it? And that's just real. Like, one of the luxuries of being a Dallas Cowboy fan is what? You can watch the games anywhere in the world because we always come on. Well, part of the reason of that is because of what? Stuff like this. Now, do I think Micah Parsons could have picked a better show? Of course, I think he could have picked a better show. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think he could have picked a better show. But at the same time, man, you know, I see it like this, Micah. The hardest times, it's going to be easy to do this show it's going to be easy to do a show with Skip Bayless when everything is peachy, when everything is good and everything is fine and dandy. It's going to be easy to do a show then. You know what I'm saying? After you just got 3-4 sacks and Cowboys just beat somebody, and it's easy going to be to do a show then. You know, my question is, you know, what do those shows look like after a loss? Because, I mean, let's just be real. The chances of the Cowboys going perfect this year and you playing good every single game are very, very slim. Because that's not what happened last year. So what do those shows look like then? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this, Micah, as long as you're able to handle that, I don't have a problem with it. As long as you're able to handle that, I don't have a problem with it. Now, there's some things you're going to have to understand being on TV, that you got to understand that TV is not about being factual. It's about finding explosive things to talk about so that they can go viral. So it's also, you got to remember, Micah, when you're on this show with Skip Bayless, you got to remember, man, that part of him having you on this show is he is looking for something that he can get from you. He's not on here so that he can glory. I'm pretty sure the first show or two is going to be talking about how great he is and all this other stuff, but after they get past that, they're going to want to talk about the juicy stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're going to talk about the stuff that nobody's talking about, because that's the stuff that drives ratings. That's the type of stuff that pays their bills. So it's like Micah Parsons, as long as you're able to articulate your thoughts well, and as long as you're able to articulate yourself and, keep yourself in a professional manner, man, it is what it is. I just think Cowboy Nation, I just don't like the way all these Cowboy bloggers are now attacking Micah Parsons for doing the same stuff that they had no problem with everybody else doing. And that's just facts, man. Like, I'm going to tell you this right here. And I'm going to tell you this, I even said this on my video. Micah Parsons got to be careful, because you got to think like this. Fans, they love you. They love you when everything is going good. But, just like Jamon Green, when Jamon Green was in the playoffs and his play diminished a little bit. And guess what they all did? They blamed it on what? His podcast. They blamed it on that. So it's like, my question to Micah Parsons is, as long as you're able to handle that pressure, which you don't got to answer that question to me. You got to answer that question to yourself. But as long as he's able to handle that pressure, I don't have a problem with it, because it's not me. I'm not the one going out there. You know what I'm saying? Would I take an opportunity to go on First Take? Hell yeah. He's freaking huge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this right here. What I also believe Micah Parsons is doing is Micah Parsons is trying to make himself a household name bigger than what's on the field. Because let's just be real. Micah Parsons understands in the next 2 years he can get paid. And him getting paid from the Dallas Cowboys is going to do with more than just what he does on the field. So I think a part of Micah Parsons right now and his management team, I think they're also trying to solidify himself as a brand, because he's about to go through some very strenuous contract negotiations with the Dallas Cowboys. And the reason why I say strenuous is because everybody's contract negotiation with the Dallas Cowboys is strenuous. It don't matter if they like you, love you, or hate you. It don't matter. They don't want to pay you. The only people who have easy contract negotiations in Dallas is players that they don't really want to keep, or guys that they don't really, really feel that's going to be getting away and getting around the NFL. And that's just facts. Like, it ain't a black, white, blue, or green thing. It ain't a tackle thing. It ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? It is simply about the money. So it's like, listen, if you didn't have a problem with Cole Beasley rapping, if you didn't have a problem with who else? Boss Man Fat rapping and doing his thing, you didn't have a problem with that. I mean, you can't have a problem with this, man. And you got to think, man, these guys are adults, man. Like, these is not college kids. You know, they have to multitask. They are already going on shows. They are already being interviewed. They're already on these types of things. They're already doing these types of things. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, in 2022, going into 2023, there's going to be more opportunities for him to do these types of things because there's going to be more media outlets. Like, there's more money. Like, think about this. Jerry Jones makes money off football. Do you think Jerry Jones makes money off the Dallas Cowboys in April? How? How do you think he makes money off the Cowboys in April? I believe he does. You know what I'm saying? Do you think he makes money off the Dallas Cowboys on Tuesdays and Wednesdays? I believe he does. How does he does that? With a brand. So you can't get mad if Jerry Jones does it and these players do it. And if Jerry Jones has to focus on building a team, I think Micah Parsons can do the same thing, man. Micah Parsons has always been great. Everywhere he's been great. He's always had a camera or someone in his face trying to interview him or talk to him about something. He has managed it well up to this point. I am not about to hate on this kid after he get his bag. Go get your bag, boy. I am not tripping at all, y'all. Like, I'm not tripping on him doing this at all. Hey, man, I want to know what y'all thoughts are. Put it in the comment box. Hit that like button, too. We're at 19 likes. Hey, you guys, we are currently at 132 followers away from hitting 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, man. Like, this is a pretty epic, I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you're watching on TikTok, please go on YouTube and hit that follow button. If you're also on Facebook, also go to YouTube and hit that follow button too. If you're on Instagram, also go to YouTube and hit that follow button. Pastor Jason says, I don't like it. Also, don't blame him for building and selling himself. Yeah, I mean, like, I think the only thing that, I don't think we like the show because we don't like Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think folks don't like Skip Bayless. I think that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a big fan of Skip either. Like, to be honest with you, I don't watch Skip's content enough to actually have an opinion about him. I just know that me and Skip don't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't watch his content enough to have a personal opinion about him. So, you know, I don't, you know, but I don't, and like I said, I don't watch his, I just know that me and him don't do the same type of content. You know what I'm saying? He's more in the entertainment business where, you know, some of my content is entertainment, but, you know, I try to be like 80% factual, 20%, you know, entertaining. You know what I'm saying? There still has to be an entertaining aspect to it because, you know, that's what we're doing here. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, man, I think Micah's going to be fine, bro. Like, Micah got his daddy in his life, bro. He got his mama in his life, man. Like, his daddy at his game, like his daddy at his game, every week, Like, Micah Parsons' dad is like one of those dudes where you can literally go to the stadium and literally bump into him. Like, when people have like those types of like statues and like those type of foundational people in their life, they will not stray far. They won't stray far. Like, Micah Parsons' daddy live in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you choose to have those type of people in your life who can influence you, and I'm not just saying your parents, but like a lot of these kids when they get older and rich, man, that last thing they trying to do is take instruction from their mama and their daddy. You know what I'm saying? But when you see guys like this that still have their parents that are still very much involved in their life, helping them make decisions and things like that when it comes to their career in life, man, Micah's gonna be all right. Micah's gonna be perfectly fine. He'll be perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Next, what's your thoughts though? Appreciate you, Deuce. He says Skip on some BS. Yeah, it's TV, man. It's TV. That's all it is. It's TV. I'm pretty sure Skip don't even really feel the way he feels about some of the subjects that he feels about. I just think it's TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a onus. Like, there are shows. Like, there's 50,000 shows just like his. Every day they have to come up with a new way to make their show the top show or whatever it is that they're trying to get, whatever ratings or whatever they're aspiring to do. So I that's when it comes to TV, like, think about this. You have movies where the whole world comes to an end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on TV, the skies is the limit. Like, that's just kind of how it is. The sky is the limit when it comes to TV. So I don't have no problem with it. If you have a problem with it, man, you're just going to have to go. Like, if you have a problem with it, you're going to have to kind of get over it. Because that's just what it is now. Like, these kids have opportunities. You know, with this being a more media social generation, they're going to have more opportunities. That's just what it is. And it's way more acceptable. You know, when I'm 39 years old, when I was growing up, this would have been hella unacceptable. Like, they would have crucified him. But in 2022, this is more acceptable, man. You're seeing guys do it more often. As long as he can manage and do the things that. Now, I do have a question, though. I do have a question about, to Micah. This. If it's on Tuesday, and like, how do you get? Because if I'm not mistaken, the Undisputed Stadium, not stadium, the Undisputed Studio is in Los Angeles, California. So, like, are you going to be flying every Tuesday to LA to record a show? If that's the case, I might have a small problem with that. I'm not going to lie. Like, I ain't even going to lie. Because I feel like that's doing a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? You got your own plane. You can get back and forth. You can do what you got to do. You make it work. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's go on to the next subject. He says, my man, I'm really liking what you are doing. Thank you. Sounds great. Blessings on you and your work. Appreciate you, my boy. Probably just a video appearance. That's what I'm hoping. But I feel like when you sign these types of, that's what I'm hoping. Like, he'll just be like a Zoom call in. Because that's what Draymond Green was doing, right? He was just Zoom calling in. So maybe, like, if it's just a Zoom call in, that's not bad, man. Come on, bro. If it's virtual, come on. That's not that bad. He can do that on the toilet. He could literally be sitting on the toilet doing a virtual call. You know what I'm saying? But if he got to actually, like, go to a studio and he has to actually, like, change his life around, West Coast might have a small problem with that because Tuesday is the universal day in the NFL for film. That's why. That's the only reason why. Like, Tuesday is a day where they typically, are watching film and things like that. And it's like, are you going to be preparing for a show or are you going to be preparing for a game? You know what I'm saying? Those are my only questions. But, let's get off that. Let's go to the next thing. He says, got to run to the meeting. Stay strong. Appreciate you, man. How dare Parsons go on that show? Man, he getting that money. Yeah, you mean Parsons want that money. He want that money, man. He ain't tripping. I ain't tripping either. As long as he can manage it, I think he'll be fine. Guys like Micah Parsons, they don't go too far from their roots, man. Like, this kid is actually raised well. He got good structure in his life. He got great support staff in his life. Them type of kids don't go. They don't float too much. He'll be all right. Y'all just gotta stop tripping. All right, so let's go. Next subject. So, man, we're gonna listen to this Mike McCarthy interview. We're about to listen to this Mike McCarthy interview, you guys. And we're going to break it down. You guys, this is the Mike McCarthy interview from yesterday, right after the Dallas Cowboys finished up their practice. You know what I'm saying? If you want to watch the interview, you need to come over onto YouTube at West Coast Cowboy. If you want to watch the interview, you need to come over to YouTube at West Coast Cowboy, and you'll be able to watch the interview there. Okay? Come over to West Coast Cowboy and West Coast Cowboy on YouTube, and you can watch the interview there. We're going to watch this interview. We're going to break this thing down, and we're going to go from there. Let's get it. This is the interview following the practice from yesterday, following yesterday's practice. This is the interview following yesterday's practice. Let's get it. Maybe I need to turn the sound on, right? Hold up real quick.
I just had a chance to visit with Laram this morning, and I'm like you, Claire, so I just wing it.
News. Two-part question. First, you went into camp with a couple of kickers, and you've decided to go with neither one of those, and you're going with Maher. What went into that determination to go with him now?
I just had a chance to visit with Laram this morning, and I tell you, I really liked the way, he came in here, and it was, he took control of the competition early, and that was very evident. But he really improved it during this time here too. So, Brett, we just really trusted the numbers. I mean, this 80 cut is difficult. I'm sure all teams are feeling that way today, and it just you start factoring the. Playing this last game and, so the other factors. So we just felt Brett was in front, and we wanted to give him this opportunity to.
say something real quick because I want to pause this real quick because I'm seeing some of the comments come in about Micah Parsons. I want to pause this real quick. Slap yourself if you're talking about extra pressure. You're not going to put on a helmet at all or anything for the Dallas Cowboys. So let's not pretend like the pressure that he's going to put on is going to be displaced on us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, slap yourself. Like, knock it off, y'all. I got a fly in here. Like, y'all got to knock that off. Like, that's a form of y'all got to control. Like, stop with the control. Like, you guys, like honestly, some of you guys are like very controlling of these players. Like, they're supposed to have absolutely no life. Like, why would anybody like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the like all these dudes do this. This is 2022. This is 2022. Like, if you can be at your job right now and watching my live stream and still multitasking, giving your customers great customer service, why can't Micah Parsons do the same thing? Y'all got to calm down, man. Talking about even Micah is all about branding over winning. Someone can ask you a question, so you're telling me he can't do a show that's only an hour and try to work out and win? See, I think some of you guys have Micah Parsons confused with yourselves. Maybe you can't multitask, but obviously he can. Hence the reason he's able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Micah Parsons is going to be under pressure regardless. Like, that's just facts. And Micah Parsons, everybody's saying Micah Parsons talking too much. Bro, he's a famous player. People ask him questions. What is he supposed to say? What is he supposed to say? Like, I'm going to tell you guys, being a Dallas Cowboy fan, it's almost like a damned if you do and damned if you don't. Because if they ask him, Micah Parsons, how many sacks you think you're going to get this year? And he'd be like, man, none of your business. Then guess what? He's a rude son of a bitch. He's not for the people. He doesn't want to. Like, that's what they do. You ask him a question, he answers the question. That's just what it is, man. That's just a part of the life. This is why the Cowboys will never win. No, the reason why the Cowboys won't win is because fans need to chill out. Like, I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. Every NFL team has players doing something. That's just what it is. And if you think that if you think that doing a show for an hour once a week is going to stop the Dallas Cowboys from winning a Super Bowl, then, to be honest with you, you really had no faith in your team anyway. Why are you even watching the games then? Like that's the corniest thing I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? That is you reflecting your inabilities on someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, you've never even been a Cowboy player, so you don't even really know what it takes to be a Dallas Cowboy player or to be an NFL player. So how do you know what they can handle and what they cannot? I think sometimes we need to just, like, really chill back and just be like, Aaron Donald has a whole YouTube channel that he blogs. Cooper Kupp has a whole YouTube channel. Like, bro, this is the 2022. This is not 1976. Like, bro, go look at the freaking Rams, their YouTube. Bro, they was YouTubing all the way up through the damn Super Bowl. Like, that's what I'm saying. You guys want to hold this higher standard for the Dallas Cowboys. Bro, if you don't slap yourself, bro, we have not won anything to be holding ourselves to any standard above anybody else. Slap yourself.
You slap yourself for asking that question.
Man, I got to change that out. Hold on real quick. Like, come on, Cowboy Nation. We got to knock this off. Like, we start doing this holy as thou stuff. Like, we got to knock this off, man. We got to really knock this off. All right, let me turn my thing on real quick. I got to get this back on real quick. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me just get back to this interview. But yo, I had to say that real quick because y'all tripping in the comment box, man. Like, y'all, like, for real. Y'all tripping. Let's get back to this interview, though.
To be the kicker, to be the guy, in preseason 3. So, but Laram, definitely gave him a run, and I thought he did an excellent job in his time here.
And the follow-up on that is?
So what they're saying right now is, he just basically told you guys the reason on why the Dallas Cowboys picked Brett Maher over all the other kickers, and the reason why they picked him over those kickers was because of the fact that that they said that he was really good in the kick return game. You know what I'm saying? So that played a real, big role. That played a real big role in why, they picked Brett Mayer over the other kickers. And it makes sense because you got to think like this. The Dallas Cowboys are a team who is expecting to have a very good kick returner. You know what I'm saying? In that boy Turpin. So it's like, if you know that you're going to have a good returner, then you almost got to like practice against that, because what you're practicing to do to someone else, you don't want them doing that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself asking that question.
You don't want them doing that to you. So it's like, it makes it 100% makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hold up real quick. I gotta put this in here.
You gotta slap yourself for asking that question. Slap yourself. You gotta slap yourself for asking that question. Slap yourself.
I don't know what my little sound.
Slap yourself for asking that question.
I had a little slap yourself.
Slap yourself.
Thing I wanted to play for
You
you.
gotta slap yourself for asking that question.
There you
Slap
go.
yourself.
There you go.
You gotta slap yourself for asking.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, we good now. I got you now, boy. I got you now. I got to slap yourself now. Let's go. So the reason why Brett Mayer got picked to be the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys is because he was a better kicker on kickoff returns, and that's what they said they valued. So next thing, let's go.
Will you still be watching the waiver wire pretty closely here going into the regular season at kicker, or have you seen enough from Maher where you feel good about that?
I think that's really up to the players, and just single out, Brett. It's just like anything. Our personnel department is watching all those teams and so forth. But we had a chance to work out Brett last year and Laram, if you remember the contest, and I think he is. He's just the way he's striking the ball. I've just
Appreciate
been
you,
so
Jay
impressed
Everett.
with him since starting with the workout too. So, and if you look at his kickoffs, it's something was probably the difference between both him and Laram that we gave him the nod too. So, and that's part of the reason why we tried to create an opportunity for the long field goal. So he definitely has excellent leg strength.
So you guys just heard him. He just now. So what I was thinking the Cowboys did, like in that game against the Chargers this past week at the preseason game, I said that in a regular season game, I think that they would have probably punted the ball. You know what I'm saying? But he just told you guys right now that they created that situation at the end of the game. I mean, at the end of the half, so that they could purposely kick that long field goal because they wanted to give him an opportunity to kick a long field goal. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of explains the thought process, going into that game. The Charger game last week, when we were all kind of wondering why the hell the Dallas Cowboys attempted a 62-yard field goal or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that kind of gives us clarification on why the Cowboys did that or why they thought it was necessary. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go.
He's kicking with a lot of confidence right now.
SJVC has been training medical office specialists.
Commercial break. All right, back to it. Let's go.
When do you want to hope to get out these 2 night practices, and have you made a decision on Dak and the starters for Friday night yet?
Yes, really this week is going to be very similar to the last 2 weeks. We want to practice our first group as much as we possibly can tonight and tomorrow night. So we're going to be padded practices, 2 hours, type practice. Not quite the install mode, but next 2 hours plus. So not about 2 hours, but so we're really following the same suit as we did the last 2 weeks.
So if you wanted to know, it's a really good chance that Dak Prescott and the starters won't play on Friday. Now, he's actually going to say something right now that's actually going to be kind of crazy. He's actually going to say that if he doesn't, I'll let y'all hear it.
So that means the mainly reserves in the third game as far as the
We're going to work
starters.
our ones as much as possible these next 2 days, and just like I did. And then how we come out of these 2 practices will determine. So if we can get the ones enough work and everything goes the way I anticipated, then we will play the third game like we did the first 2 games.
So basically what he's saying is this. If these next 2 practices, which was yesterday and today, if these next 2 practices, if the number ones get the amount of work that he feels that they're able to get, then the Dallas Cowboys won't play their starters this week on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Now, my only question about my only kind of thought about that is I think there's a positive and an advantage. I think there's first I'll say this: the Seahawks defense is not better than the Dallas Cowboys defense. So theoretically, the starters, as long as they're getting a bunch of reps at practice, they theoretically are playing a better defense at practice. Because the Seahawks don't have anybody like a DeMarcus Lawrence or like a freaking Micah Parsons on their defense. And they're seeing that every single day at practice. So we know that, but the only issue is when you're playing against your own team, you're not going 100%. Like, you're not going like 80%. You're probably going like 75. You know what I'm saying? If that. You know, most NFL practicings are about 75, 80% as far as like, you know, them using their energy. So, you know, I think that is where you get the advantage as far as, you know, practicing against another, you know, team and playing against another team, because you get those competitive reps that you don't get really at a practice. But I will say that there is an advantage to them getting a whole lot of reps versus this defense, because the defense that we have is better than any defense that we played in preseason. Like, our defense is better than the Denver defense, it's better than Chargers defense, and it's better than Seattle Seahawks defense. So I can empathize with that comment that he just made right now. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand where he's alluding to without trying to be like, while trying to be tasteful. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just you just want to say, oh man, our defense isn't good enough. Our defense is better than any team. You don't want to just say that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I feel like he's trying to say in a very tasteful way.
Mike Todd, Archer with ESPN. How do you gain confidence? You've had these guys around and seen it on the practice field, but how do you gain?
Hey, real quick, man, we are at 37 people. We had 37 likes on YouTube, man. I need you guys to hit that thumbs up button. I get it. If you're not going to send super chats, I get it. I appreciate you anyway, though. But if you're not going to send super chats, man, it is absolutely free to like the content. And if you have not liked the content, nor have you shared the content or sent any stars, you are a thief. You are a thief. You is not a Cowboy fan. You's a goddamn thief. Stop stealing the content, man. And make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button, the super chat button, or that star button. I appreciate y'all. Let's get right back to it.
Confidence if you've not seen it in a preseason in terms of what your starters can do going into the opener?
Well, let's be honest. I mean, it's not cut and dry. I mean, because when you do play preseason games, what's the opponent doing too? So I mean, you could pick apart whether you play your ones in preseason or not. That's the beauty of statistics. I mean, it depends on what story you're trying to write. Usually, you can lean in one way or the other. So I get both arguments, but I'll say this: if you look at the amount of work that our first group has been able to achieve, working the one practice at Denver. The two practices in Irvine against the Chargers. So for the volume of that quality of work, the competitiveness, where you truly have ones versus ones, which is not always the case in these preseason games, because you don't have control.
Yeah, I get what you hear him saying. That's what he's saying, though. That's basically what he's saying.
I feel very good about our plan and the execution of our plan. Obviously you lower the risk of not playing certain guys in the game. That's part of the formula of doing it this way. But what I really like is the quality of work of the ones versus the ones, when you have both coaches agree to rep those periods are laid out specifically,
So basically what he's saying is, and I think we all get what he's saying is, they've used the practices as pretty much preseason. The only thing I'm going to say is Mike McCarthy is, bro, it better work, bro, because you're definitely doing something new. And that is, you're definitely doing something new and something that the rest of the NFL is not doing. And the only thing that sucks about being innovative is when it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? When it does not work, you are definitely the guy that they hang out to dry for it. So, I mean, if this does not work and the season does not macerate the way that the Cowboys, had planned it, they're going to definitely hold that against you, Mike. Especially if this offense comes out stagnant or slow. To be honest with you, I wanted them to play the offense just so that you could alleviate that excuse, because I'm going to tell you this right now. Cowboys come out slow and sluggish. The number one thing they're going to say is, oh, well, they didn't have any preseason, and, we didn't have any preseason, so we're kind of having to use the, the regular season as a pre. No. You cannot make a bad decision and then go back and use that decision as your excuse on why you can't make a good decision. Like, no, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing with this, Mike. My only thing with you, Mike, is this, my boy. Is Mike, boy, it better work, bro. That's all I'm saying, is it better work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it better work. All right, let's go to this next section. They're going to be talking about Dak Prescott, utilization with these young wide receivers. Let's get it.
Sorry. Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News.
Hold up, we about to get an ad right about here. Next time, I'm going to just download the video. I didn't feel like downloading it, though.
Along those lines, your younger receivers have gotten a lot of work. How have they benefited from, obviously, getting a lot of time with Dak and Cooper and those guys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both CD and Noah, so we're down, and so it's
Talk about your receivers.
It's been great for those young guys to get reps with Dak. So, and just like anything, it helps them not only grow as far as being with the starting quarterback, but also it helps them get prepared to play in those games too, because it's all about the speed of the game, and when the game slows down for these young guys, that's when that's a huge threshold to get over. And some guys get there a little quicker than others, and but right now it's kind of going fast for some guys, and but I think our young guys have done a nice job.
One more, if I may. Joe Witt, will he be back on the field this week?
Yeah.
So right there, that little piece right there. I think I ain't gonna lie. I feel it kind of sounds like he kind of contradicted himself a little bit, because he said that it's been beneficial for these young guys to work with Dak and stuff like that. But at the same time, some of these young guys are playing and Dak is not playing. And then that's why. Like, I almost feel like the Cowboys, in their mind, probably don't feel any benefit in Dak playing, because it's like you need so much data, and Dak is not going to play long enough, nor are you about to let him throw the ball 45 times in a preseason game for you to even get that data or that understanding that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I think, that would have had to have been something like you would have had to do what the Chiefs did, played it early, so then you had like a starting point. You know what I'm saying? I think I lost the fact. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would want, if anything, you have young wide receivers, allow the preseason to at least use that time to knock that dust off of everything. You know what I'm saying? That dust of not playing, the dust of, you know what I'm saying? Because we have like guys that, listen, you have Noah Brown, who's not caught passes before, and, from Dak Prescott in the NFL, or at least has not caught a touchdown. You have Dennis Houston, who Cowboys love, and Sumi Fahoku, who they love, Jalen Tolbert, who they love. But these are guys who have not played with Dak in actual games. Now, I am encouraged because yesterday, freaking Jalen Tolbert looked way much improved with Dak Prescott as a quarterback back there. Like, he looked like a totally different dude. Like, he looked like a confident receiver. Like, it looked like we were watching two different receivers, man, from the preseason game to him being out there on the field with Dak yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, and the hope is that continues. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into this last little. Well, actually, I got two more things that we're going to talk about. He's going to speak on Michael Gallup. He's going to speak on Michael Gallup right here. Let's get to 728. Let's go.
Do you think that there's at least a shot he comes back maybe late September?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, it's just, you know how this fourth quarter goes in the rehabs. But all I can tell you is, when we have the meeting every morning, Britt Brown is obviously running the rehab, and he feels really good about Michael's progress as far as his timeline and so forth. He hasn't had any setbacks, and I hope we will continue to be blessed, with that process. So, but he's doing really well.
Mike Drury, episode with USA Today.
So the answer to that question is
players to do at least two things for you on a roster. When you see a guy like Turpin have the special team success,
the answer to that question is no. Like, I think he answered that no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know how the process is, The answer is no. I think Michael Gallup's going to be back on my birthday. Like, I forget. I think my birthday is the 24th of October. I think the game is the 23rd. I think that's the game Michael Gallup comes back. Dak and his receiver practice at Hid House. Man, slap yourself. I'm not saying slap yourself. Michelle, practicing at your house is not, there's no DBs. Just practicing, throwing balls. Like, they did that with Cooper, every year. You know what I'm saying? Every quarterback in football has a football field or somewhere close to the house. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not the same. That's more like easy ups. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call easy up, stuff like that. There's no DBs out there. You can't really work on timing, with you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different aspect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's definitely something good. It's definitely something good, and I'm not saying it's nothing that's not gonna help them, but man, this is a different world. You know what I'm saying? Do I like Mike as a head coach? Yeah, I think every head coach in Dallas has the same job, and that's to be Jerry Jones's puppet. So it's just about, you're not really going to be able to do what you want to do. So I can't really hold them hostage. I can't hold them accountable for stuff that I just don't feel that they even in charge of. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, every coach for the Dallas Cowboys always end up in the same type of predicament. Feeling like, man, I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't, I just feel like every coach for Dallas, any coach that comes to work for Dallas are always going to be in the same, because that's what Jerry Jones is looking for in his head coaches. He's not looking for these Sean Payton type of like commander. Like he's not even he's not looking for those guys. You know what I'm saying? He hired Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's he's a defensive coordinator. He's like that, but he's not running the show. All right, so let's go. So Michael Gallup, I think Michael Gallup's going to be back on my birthday. All right, last one. This is the last thing he's going to talk about, Kevontae Turpin and his utilization. Let's see.
He had last weekend. How does that impact what the philosophy is for him on offense?
Well, I think you'll see how he'll be repped tonight and tomorrow, and then you'll see how he plays Friday night. So, yeah, he's gonna be given some more opportunities in the receiver rotation. I think, he has shown great, patience, confidence, in the return game. So, I feel very good about where he is right now there. But, I think you'll see him get some more opportunities as a receiver.
So there you go. Mike McCarthy just said right now that you will see he's going to get more opportunities as a wide receiver this week. And it makes sense, man, because I told you guys, that's what I said. Like I was telling you guys after those kick returns. Like, man, listen, I love the kick returns and all that stuff, but listen, I need a I need a wide receiver. I need to see what this kid can do as a wide receiver, because that's what's going to help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this team needs. We need a wide receiver. Like, technically, we've had Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's not a punt returner, but, you know what I'm saying, he can return kick returns like it ain't nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love his aspect on that, but the most needful thing that I need from Turpin is his ability and as a wide receiver. So for me to hear that from my head coach, to say that he is going to get repped as a wide receiver and he is going to get more opportunities to be a wide receiver, I like that, because that's what we absolutely need. That's what we ease. Turpin is dynamic as hell, but I'm going to tell you guys, one thing I did see yesterday is, man, that young man he fell on a football, man, and had to take himself out of a game, man. Like, his size is something that we realistically got to account for, because there is going to be some times I feel like where he gets smacked or he gets hit and he's going to have to come out of games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't necessarily look at him to putting more weight on, but I because that you can't put weight on during the season. That's just too late for that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think he just got to be mindful. And the Cowboys and himself also have to, one thing about him is he has to also understand that he has to treat himself almost like he always has to treat himself almost like a quarterback. Like, he almost has to treat himself like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he has to treat himself like a quarterback is because at the end of the day, man, with his size, he's going to have to, he has to understand he got to get down. Got to get down. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as he understands that, and I think he do. He's been doing this a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this a long time. Yeah, he can't get out in the slot. Dak and his receivers practice at, okay, do you like Mike as a head coach? I like him. He all right. I mean, he's, like I told y'all, I don't think he has, he's 5'7". He's 5'5". You know what I'm saying? And 158. I don't think about 5. His official thing said he was 5'5", but did you ever tell your favorite flavor of ice cream? Strawberry, no, rainbow sherbet. Is he on the hot seat? I think all coaches should be on the hot seat to some extent. I think all coaches should be on the hot seat. Hey, you guys, we're at 49 likes. We're at 49 nights. Can we need to get at least to 50 likes. Hey, I appreciate you guys for watching today, man. If you have not already hit that like button, we're 111 subscribers away from hitting 5,000 followers on subscribers. I keep them followers. We are 1,100. We are 111 followers away from hitting 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, go over to YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that share button, that star button. Also, I got new Run the Damn Ball hats coming in stock. I got 4 new colors. Oh, not new colors. I got 4 colors coming in. I got white, black, blue, and gray coming in. Run the Damn Ball. We're going heavy this year on Run the Damn Ball. Make sure if you have not got your Run the Damn Ball hat, I need you guys to inbox me. First off, send your 2,500 stars. If you're on Facebook, send your 2,500 stars. Or you can also send it on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, send your 2,500, send your $25 on Super Chat. Either way, it's all $25 for the hat. You send me your address, and I'll get you your hat out to you. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys for watching today, and I will see you guys later on today. You already know what it is. Never look down because